Hi. So we were asked to write a thing and I decided I would record a thing instead. Say hello to Estelle. Estelle says hello. So this is a video about training Estelle and how the Pink Paws program helped us to do that. So a bit of background. March of 2024, we adopted 1-year-old Brussels Griffon cross Shih Tzu named Estelle from a rescue that had liberated her from a puppy farm. Because she's a rescue, she was nervous, she was tiny, barely trained. She showed signs of having trauma from other humans, especially men, but no signs that she'd had puppies, which is good because it means she hadn't been too badly treated yet. When we brought her home, she found safety on one of our couches in the family room. It used to be over there, curling up there and watching us fearfully. At first, we couldn't get closer than about 1.5 meters from her. It's about 6 feet for Americans. Resorting to talking to her from across the room. She would sleep fitfully. She'd wake up any moment she heard something move, and she refused to go outside to do her toileting. It took us a lot of time and patience to get her to even let us touch her, and we tried 4 different types of brushes once she let us that close. And part of the successes is due to the Pink Paws program, who kindly hooked us up with free lessons with a trainer named Taylor so that we could learn ways to train Estelle without traumatizing her any further. We started with easy things like coaxing her to go outside with treats and praise, moving on to rewards when she went outside to do her business. We never raised our voices as per our training, instead working on tone and pitch. Her keys were good girl and naughty, the prior being said in a joyful tone while the latter was stern. Estelle is clever, but she's also incredibly stubborn. She learns fast, and she has an attitude if she doesn't want to do something. She's motivated by treats, specifically chicken treats, and, like most dogs, she values praise. We got tips on how to tackle bathing her the first time, suggestions like giving her toys, praising her with every step, which helped a lot. Now we give her crackers after a bath, and she's more comfortable with the idea. I think you saw the shorts last August of our first attempt walking her, clipping the leash to her collar and letting her follow us. That was one of our first big training lessons, and the first step was actually just getting her used to the leash. Let her smell it, investigate it, then clip it on and let her get used to the weight. Took us a while before we could hold the leash to get her close to us, and she tried to eat it a few times. Once she was alright with this leash, we could take her places and show her the big world outside the door. This meant that our next tasks were getting her to understand stay and heel, and working on her separation anxiety so she didn't deafen us whenever we left her to go into a shop. She's very good at that. We've also managed to set boundaries to where she is, and she isn't allowed in the house, as well as helping her brace our affection instead of run from it. She practically demands to be in our laps now, scratching at the sofa or our leg until we pick her up. She also greets us with kisses, sometimes French kisses, and some little happy dances. Because she's from a puppy farm, she didn't get a chance to be a puppy, which is something Taylor and the Pink Paws reminded us of constantly. Once she'd figured out that we weren't going to hurt her, Estelle let herself be a puppy, chewing on our fingers and running around whenever she got excited. The zoomies. Also, she loves to bring us a toy, coming up to us with one in her mouth and her tail wagging. Early last month, we were told that Estelle has completed her training, meaning that we wouldn't be needing to have lessons with Pink Paws any longer unless we needed to. She's toilet trained. We can take her on walks and on travel adventures, and her anxiety is manageable now. Other than performance training like shake and lay down, she doesn't need to be taught much else, except maybe how to stop slobbering on my hand. I think without the Pink Paw program to help us, we couldn't have gotten this far with Estelle. Or at least not this far in the time we've had her, which is a little over 1.5 years. They've been so helpful, supporting us every step of the way, even when we ourselves felt discouraged. She's not like most dogs, immediately in love with you and willing to lay down her life. She's had a tough early life, she was afraid of people and worried her food would be taken away. Anybody would think she was a lost cause, and we did too at the start. But, like I always joke, we saw her videos and we decided challenge accepted. We've put so much into making her feel safe. From the days that Mum and I would sit in front of her sofa talking through our tears to explain we only wanted to love her, to today when she wags her tail upon seeing us, all she needed was a bit of patience and perseverance. She wants to love, she just needs reassurance that she won't be hurt again. So finally, I want to give some tips that helped us a lot with training Estelle, adopting her, things that the Pink Paws helped us with. So first off is read about the breed. So we'd done extensive reading about Brussels Griffons before Estelle showed up on the rescue's social media. We also had experience handling Shih Tzus because Zoe was one. Work in increments. Estelle wouldn't let us within a meter of her at first, so we stayed well back. As time passed, we'd get closer, and you may have to repeat and go back several times, but you'll get there. It's like a dance. Sometimes you go 2 steps forward and 2 steps back, but you get there. Be vulnerable. I don't think we would have gotten as far as we did if we hadn't shown Estelle our weaker sides. If you feel like giving up, that everything is hopeless, show it. Estelle was listening those nights that we sat in front of her and cried. Take it slow. Sudden movements triggered her PTSD, so we moved slowly. We also talked her through every step of what we were doing, even if she didn't understand. And now she's like this. So, thank you so much to the Pink Paws Program for helping Estelle. Helping us to help Estelle. Without your assistance, we wouldn't have gotten this far. I think the Pink Paw Program is the best training program for rescue owners. If you have rescued a dog who is a little bit difficult, who you think could do with some help with training, go contact the Pink Paw Program because they are incredibly helpful. They provided us with resources and tips and tricks on how best to train her, and now Estelle is relatively well behaved, well trained, and that's a great thing. So this was a shout out video to the Pink Paws and also kind of like a review. They asked us to write some things about them, so I decided to make a video. If you are in Australia, I will provide the link to the Pink Paw Program in the description. Yeah, and just thank you so much, Pink Paw Program and Taylor, for helping us. Do you want to say thank you? Thank you, Pink Paws. Yeah, so if you liked this video, let us know. I will try to make more videos with Estelle. She just doesn't really like the camera that much, which makes it difficult. Subscribe for more, and I'll leave like a playlist or something like here-ish for videos of Estelle that I have. Thank you again. Bye.